everyone, welcome to another plushie tutorial on my channel. And for this video I'm going to be showing you how to make this cute little popcorn bag with little popcorns up on the top. And I had glued on these little bows, and I also had used ribbon up on the top and made this plush into a keychain. If you would like to learn how to make this cute little plush, please stay tuned for this video. The materials you'll need to complete this plush include felt in the colors red, white, and then this cream/tannish color, stuffing, thread in the colors red and cream, and then optionally you can have these 4 little red bows, a key ring, and then a piece of ribbon, and then also the template for this plush is down in the description box below. The first step is to cut out all of your pieces, and you're going to get these 4 red pieces, this red square, and then these 8 white strips, and all these pieces will be used for the popcorn bag. And then you're also going to get these 4 tan pieces, these 2 tan squares, and then this tan piece, which is actually going to be the little popcorn pieces that you'll be gluing on the top. I used 14 popcorns on my plush, but you can have however many popcorns you want. You can make more or less, that's completely up to you. The next step is to take all your red pieces and sew together these 2 pieces, these pieces, these, and you're going to sew right around in here using red thread. I'm going to be using the blanket stitch to attach these 2 red pieces together, and the blanket stitch is super easy. All you're going to do is make the stitch, pull, and then go through the loop, and then pull to complete the stitch. It's really that simple, and you'll just continue that along. I'll show you one more time. So you make the stitch, go through the loop, and then pull. After sewing together the red pieces, you're going to glue on all these white strips just like this. And I use tacky glue to glue on these pieces, but feel free to use a different type of glue. After you finish sewing together the popcorn bag and gluing on the white strips, you're going to put this piece over to the side, and you're going to take the larger tan square and you're going to cut a small little hole right in the center of it. And this is completely optional. It's only if you would like to add some ribbon. And the reason you would add ribbon is if you would like to make the plush into a keychain, or if you'd like to be able to hang it up or anything like that, you would want to add the ribbon to the plush. And what you're going to do is put the ribbon through that hole and then just do a few stitches to connect the ribbon onto the felt. To attach the felt to the ribbon, you're just going to do a few stitches along the two to ensure they're attached to each other. And it doesn't really matter how messy these stitches are because you are ultimately not going to see them. The little popcorns that you glue on will be covering up any of these stitches, so do not worry what they look like. Just ensure that the ribbon and the felt are attached together, so if you do make it into a keychain or you hang it up, it's not going to fall apart. After attaching the ribbon, you're going to take this square piece and flip it upside down, put it down, and you're going to sew all of these pieces together right along here. And once again, you're going to use the blanket stitch to attach all of these pieces. After sewing these pieces together, this is what it's going to look like. Here and then here. And the next step is to sew together these pieces together, these together, these, and then these. And then also up here, you're going to take the little square, place it right here, and sew around here and leave one of these sections open. The next step is to turn the plush inside out, and then after you have the plush turned inside out, you're going to fill it up with some stuffing. And then after you have the plush filled up with stuffing, you will then sew this section shut. Once you get to this point, you're going to have this tan plush, and you're also going to have the popcorn bag. You're going to take the bag and place it down just like this, And then you're going to use hot glue and glue the bottom of this plush onto the bottom of the bag. And then you're also going to hot glue each of these sides up onto the plush, just like this. This is what the plush will look like now. And next you are going to use red thread and also the blanket stitch to sew together each of the corners of the popcorn bag. To make the little popcorn pieces, you're going to take this tan felt piece and then also this circle cutout and place the circle cutout right on top of the felt piece just like this. And then what you're going to do is use the running stitch and stitch along the circle. The running stitch is another very simple stitch to do, and all you're going to do is stitch along back and forth just like this, right along the circle as a guideline. After you finish stitching all the way around the circle, you will remove the circle and then pull the thread to bunch up the little popcorn piece. And also, you are going to want to fill it up with some stuffing. And then pull really tight to form the little popcorn shape. Once you sew together a bunch of the little popcorn pieces, you will glue them onto the top of the plush. And like I said before, I had sewed 14 popcorn pieces to make this plush right here, but you can make more or less popcorn pieces. It does not need to be 14. It can be whatever you want it to be. And then after gluing on all these popcorn pieces, I also hot glued these little bows onto each of the sides of the bag, and once again that is completely optional. You do not need to glue in little bows if you don't want to. And then lastly, I had added this little keyring up on the top to make this plush into a keychain. Once you're done, this is how the popcorn bag plushie turns out. I really hope you guys have fun making your own little plushies and that you enjoyed this video. And if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and goodbye. As a little bonus to this video, I know I've been asked in the comments, how do I go about making my plushie templates and if I could make a video on this process. And to be completely honest with you guys, I don't even know how to really go about explaining this process because it's mainly just trial and error based. I try to make a plush, and as I see ways I can modify it or make it look better, I slowly improve it until I finally come up with the plush in the end that I'm happy with. And I thought this popcorn plush would be a really good example of this method because I had to go through quite a bit of prototypes to finally come up with the end plush that I was ultimately happy with. And to show you, I had first started out with this plush, which was a rectangle shaped, and it also had these points on the top. And then I had also sewed together all of these little pieces together. And then I changed it into a square shape, and I still kept these little points up on the top. And then I was still sewing together these pieces. And then the third attempt, I was sewing together all these pieces, including all the way around because I had had two separate pieces on the bag sides. And that was taking just way too long to sew. As you can see, I didn't even complete the bag. And then each of these steps, I slowly modified it and improved the plush to ultimately come up with this one that I was happy with. And you can probably tell that I have the popcorn like this really bright yellow color. And the reason for that was I didn't have this color on hand. I had to go shopping to go get this. So when I make prototypes, they're not always the exact colors I would like them to be, but I'm really just trying to work on the pattern and how the pattern looks. And I just wanted to show the steps I had gone through to finally come up with the final product because I don't get it right on the first try. It usually takes quite a few tries. Very, 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 very rarely do I get my final product to look, perfect on my first attempt. And I just wanted to share that because, I know it takes me a long time to do it, and I just want to let you know that, if it's taking you a while to make your plushes look exactly how you want them to, or you're getting frustrated that your plushes don't look as perfect as you would want them to, then you're not alone. You know, it takes time, and when you're making a new pattern, it's not going to usually just come out perfect the first time. You know, don't give up, keep going, keep working through it, make improvements, and you will eventually come to the end where the plush is how you would like it to be. And I think this was a good example of showing the steps I had gone through to come up with the final plush for this video.